are back. Hey, yeah.
We'll be here with Javi fighting as Control, right?
Yeah.
Control has made it all the way to losers semis, and he is going to be fighting Javi in this portion of the bracket. A lot of people have struggled versus Javi today. Only Astrum was able to beat him out in winners, but he's beaten so many of our best. He's really a wake-up call to the whole scene, I'd say. And Control, how will he get woken up? Well, he might stay asleep, but Sephiroth seems like the type that would always want to be awake. But, okay, you know what? Control is not Sephiroth. Control is Control, and Control is dead. Because he just lost his stock to that combo off of Javi. The SDI not quite there, and Seph's lightweight combined with his big body probably does not help with that either. And up close is probably a nightmare for Seph. He has some of the worst frame data in the game. If you try to play with this dude and don't know how that works, he'll feel like an absolute... He'll feel like trash, because everything comes out at the speed of molasses to you, when everyone else is running at the speed of an F1 racer. Do you know we're not going into that fast next crap. We're going into this match with real commentary done by real people. And Javi is getting Control up in the air with that up B, definitely a mistake, but he has gotten the stock off that. And hey, what does Smash do? Mistakes are punished by people. Every match is like this, and Control punishes that air dodge to get the first stock off the set. And we got another Bayo combo here in Control at a pretty solid percent to kill. And Javi, I've tried saying for so long that Bayo is struggling to kill, but he's been getting these kills again and again at these reasonable percents. He's really good at finding Bayo percents to work around. And that is going to be a kind of understated first game. Control was not in it at all. He kind of got cooked there. Sorry. And Javi will take that first game out. Control opting for Aegis here. It's a very common secondary to bring out on the field here. Now we're going on Battlefield. Another counter pick on Battlefield against Bayonetta. It might be thought of that Bayonetta is struggling on Battlefield, and that's why some people are trying to bring Bayonetta to the floor of the field. And Control starting off better here, but you know how Mithra works. He gets so much damage off the bat, or individual damage, her individual strikes don't actually do that much damage, and then you have to send in Pyra, who's very, very slow and telegraphed. So very on point as Pyra in order to get the stock that Mithra simply cannot get. And that is the dilemma with this character. Will you try to work with the neutral that Mithra provides, but never able to really find that last hit? Or will you just get battered away as Pyra in order to even get that final hit? It's something that this character does struggle with, that has been more and more pronounced as this game has gone on, but Javi just doing that right in front of Control. Not going to work, and that forward, so the ledge position is one of Pyra's strongest positions and of this character as a whole. And Control make good use of that forward to get the first stock of this game too. Javi trying to run in edge guard, not even needed. He just kills with the nair, and we're back to even. And Control needs to get some good stuff going. Maybe not a long con, but just a good chunk of damage here to bring Javi in a forceful position. And only 50% is not really going to help with that. Bayonetta is going to not help you on that front. We have Electro position here. Bayonetta, one of the best characters at getting out of Electro position, but it is still a disadvantage. She can get hit in it as any other character. But Control missing the punish here, and that gives Javi a leeway to get some damage on the board. On here, the problem is the roll. Even on the top of Battlefield, Javi still manages to find a way to punish it, but kind of screws up that punish just a bit, and that gives Control the proper section of the stage needed to try and take this first stock. And yeah, that huge amount of lag that Bayo has with all those specials is going to give Control easy access to the Pyra up tilt, and that is going to be controlling the lead. But Javi trying to get it right back. This game has gotten so much closer in this round, and we have seen now for the first time in a while Javi is struggling to kill with a character that struggles to kill. The weaknesses are going to get more and more pronounced or more and more hidden as the skill level of your character rises and builds and grows. You got to find the best ways to kill with your character. You got to find the best ways to not get hit. This is just how the game is, and right now Javi has control at 162, but the control is right in his grasp. 80% on Pyra is very scary. And yeah, that is going to be the stock for Javi, sure, but that's not comfortable positions for Javi. You could definitely die to a Pyra combo here. Oh, dive smash, not the right percent for that, but it does show it could be a potential up air kill. Although up air is one of Pyra's weaker moves, it can still get the job done at the higher percent, and Bayonetta, not known for her weight. Trying to take control of the center is control, and we have a situation here where Bayonetta could definitely rack up the kill here with a sort of lucky Bayo combo that won't be SDI, but not needed at all for control. He says, yeah, hold this forward tilt, and that'll be the game for control. The Pyra did so much work in that set. It's very promising to see what that can be done for in the future of this set, but control still has 2 games to go in order to be able to beat out what Javi is taking in. The struggle for Bayo to kill really showed itself in that game, unlike a lot of the times where we see the Javi Daisy. He's not confident in that Bayo, so I have not seen the Javi Daisy in quite a long time. It is going to be very interesting to see what that can pull out, because it is his secondary. He does have experience with his character, and at the start of the game it's even again, but that's how they've pretty much all been going out at this level. And we have control trying to neither side has really been cornered too much. Of course, Javi has been in worse positions, but he always has had plenty of time to get out of there. And yeah, control that. I think that side B kind of forced his hand. He wanted to get out of there so that Javi wouldn't punish him hard. That side B might be a bane of control rather than Javi in this set, or it is at least this match if Javi decides to go back to Bayonetta after this, saying he loses, which he might win this. He's keeping it very close, but he's keeping it very neutral afar. These people are playing very far from each other, from what I realized. When they're scrapping, they tend to want to use their disjoints rather than their close quarters tools. And with Daisy, that comes in the form of like some of her slappy moves, not the flower type moves and all that. Just the crown, the fair, and all that. And the problem is we're both gonna kill Javi there. But Mithra and Mithra doesn't really have that type of thing. Neither does Pyra. They just kind of have a sword, and that's about it. Her grab is really one of her only moves that she doesn't use a sword for. So Control would much prefer that you go for this longer range offense here. Because, oh, there's the spike of the century. And Control gets the easy stock on Javi. And now with such a big lead on a different character, a different mentality for Javi, yeah, he wants that spike, and he almost got it there. I'm not sure what Javi's feeling right now, but that kind of, you do not want to fumble a Daisy punish whenever you need it. That's one of the best aspects of the character, and that's what makes her so difficult too. The Prominence Revolt, not quite gonna kill, but it does pile on the percent. This Daisy was a mistake and a half for Javi. That was total destruction by Control. We're probably gonna go back to the Bayonetta for Javi, as he needs to step up his game in order to be Control, who is on a rail. Javi's young. He can definitely bring in some of the heat that comes with that. But Control's bringing the heat of a long loser's run. He had lost in winner's quarters to Hefty, and he's still in this. Crazy, huh? Well, not too crazy. That's not a lot of sets, but it is a lot of competition to get through. And Control is going to be someone who I think flies under the radar a bit. You know he's good, but it's not necessarily like shown a lot of the time just how much of a player he is. He's definitely the kind of guy that you look at a crew battle lineup and you think, oh yeah, that guy's free, you'll beat him up. And then you actually fight him and it's like, oh wait, why was no one talking about this guy? He was doing mad good. And I think that's Control. He's a very understated but amazing player in the scene here in Millersville. And right now he's got the lead upon Javi. And that down, oh, he wanted something out of that. Only gets the fair out of it, but it still brings Bayo into the ledge, which Javi gets a nice reversal off of, but not going to get the full combo out of it. And there is crumpling Javi in that first stock. The edge guard potential, nope, just sends Mithra out to the other side. Oh, the witch time. Oh no. Javi wastes that out and tries to go for some complex pressure in that S-Smash, but oh, there's a second witch time, but that doesn't even kill. Using these witch times like that, you're not going to have any left over for if you're trying to make a comeback. That's going to be trouble for Javi coming in later in the game. And forget later in the game witch times, later in the game Control trying to whisk away, batter away at Javi as that downer to up smash almost killed, and he's still going with this stock. Javi's having so much trouble and these jabs are not doing it. The back air pressure not going to work out, but out the little scramble there. Jab is not going to kill again. But the early air dodge is going to let the guns fly, and Javi now has that first stock at boat. Control has a lot to, does not have a lot to lose here in this right now. He can just hit Javi with Pyra and just call it a day. Really, like right there, Javi was in a very rough position, but he was able to get out. Down air, he air dodges out. He's been consistently air dodging out of those, and Ashram was able to punish it. But Control has not been able to punish it quite as hard as he would like to. But in two Bayo combos, Javi just brings it all the way back. And I think that's the thing that's the most prominent about him. If he can get something quick, he can really just mess you up in a game where you're ahead. He can just come back like nothing. And that is something that's not great for Control, as he is now behind in a game where I was singing his praises. But, of course, it's not impossible for his side. He has not taken any damage so far. But only the forward throw out of Javi, but it translates into a heel slide, trying to get some more going off it. The up tilt not going to work. These tilts not working. The period. Oh, I like that. The delay on that down air. The sour spot's going to kill. And I'm not calling it a soft spot because that don't hit soft. Ooh, the up B clanked with the nair. Robbie favoring Javi as it kind of put Control, popped him up a bit. But Pyra's out, and yeah, Javi is... Oh, the witch time comes out for this stock, and it's fresh, but not really going to work out there. Only getting some damage on, and if you're trying to witch time like this, oh! You could have thought that was a kill, but not quite. The rage was just not enough, and the percent was just not enough on Javi. But it has brought it to a relatively even game here. I love that grab. When two people are shielding like that, it's so much in terms of tension that you kind of just want to stick there and freeze. But when you don't freeze and get the reward you deserve, it is great. But Javi is able to close out this game and bring it to a Game 5 situation. Javi can just bring back anything that is shown up to him. He knows just what to do in order to get something out, and he was definitely ahead. He was definitely ahead of the game in there, but a downer hit almost costs him the entire set and the entire tournament. But he's able to bring himself back up to light and got him. We're off with Game 5. Same characters here. Javi, I think you can't regret the daisy pick now because you're playing the game. If you try to regret, you're just going to lose. So you can't be doing that. And of course, the Mithra has been pulling out a lot of works for Control, but I think it's the Pyra that's really stole the show this set. It has gotten Control so much mileage, both in the bigger hitboxes that Pyra's got and the better kill power that she brings to the table. But Javi catches the landing here, trying to get something to work. Ooh, Foresight, but bat within. These DLC mechanics are at war with each other, and Javi is able to get the W on that one. We have kill percent off, but you know what Control wants there, and Javi's gonna die at 50. When you see a Pyra moving like that, the slow, meticulous jumps on top of you, you should know exactly what the Pyra is wanting. And Javi was just not prepared enough, tried to go for the Witch Time, but just, you can mix up the timing on that so easily that Witch Time is such a risky move there. And Javi was shown to the boats. But he is not on the flank just yet. He has the stock on Control down, but he has to get 2 more out. And right now, he hasn't gotten the bail. Oh, that was bad. Control tried to grab there, but he just fumbled that completely. Javi is able to get all the way back. And Foresight's not quite going to be able to punish it back since Bayo is so high up. The heel slide's going to be punished with the jabs out of Mithra. And Control going right to that platform. You know what he wants. He wants that downer spike into an early kill. Right there. Oh, the up smash not going to work this time. Just a bit too high a percent. Ooh, the parry and the forward tilt is not going to kill, but we haven't seen many parries out of Control this set, but there we go. That's going to work well for him. Ooh, I love that. When you are behind someone like that, there is such a good option to try to jump out of them since you think they'll tomahawk, you think they'll do a grounded move. Like, they think they do a poke like that. Javi's shield seemingly was just a bit busted at the moment for a poke to work, but no, he just jumps, and with Bayo even having a common out shield option like up B, oh, it just gets better and better. That was an amazing play by Control, and he is still going off. Javi is at 60, and that is down there to up smash percent. He is at lethality right now, and he at his breaking point. Control has all the momentum possible. Can he close it out? He's trying to keep his distance, and that's all it is. Javi, great run, but he's out of the bracket. Control. Amazing play, bringing himself to the Game 5 finale, and he is going to put himself into the losers finals against Astrum.